I'm going to share with you guys on how to properly upload your videos to YouTube and how to properly write titles, descriptions, all the keywords and click buttons using AI, free AI, and also how to create awesome eye-catchy thumbnails using AI also. I'm going to show you everything I can so that way your video could get the most possible views. Let's go. Hit the like and subscribe and let's go. So this one's for my friend TJ. I needed to show him how to upload videos that we've been making properly to the channel so that way it gets the most views. For AI, you could use either ChatGPT or Gronk, and there's Google and other AIs that you can actually use to get all the help that you can get. And before I used to just do it manually, but now forget about it. AI is here to stay. It's gonna help you with everything. Let's go ahead and open up your YouTube page. And we're gonna just go down the line. I'm gonna show you exactly what to do, and this is the fastest way to do it and the best way to do it, and you don't even have to think twice to do this. So the first thing that you're gonna do, obviously, is going to be create, upload a video, and drag a video in there. So I'm going to just upload an old video of mine as a sample. So it's uploading. And while it's uploading, we could start messing around with the titles and descriptions and the covers and the thumbnails and all that good stuff, okay? So titles. The cool thing about YouTube, it now gives you A/B testing up to 3 different titles and thumbnails that you can use. It will pick out the very best one, so you get the best fighting chance, and then it'll pick that one to be the final after it does its own testing with viewers. So the first thing, as you can see, it says A and B testing. Let's go ahead and click on that. Boom. 3. You could do title only, thumbnail only, or title and thumbnail. Let's go title and thumbnail, both of them. All right, open up ChatGPT. Let's find some titles. All you have to do is type in list of YouTube titles for whatever your subject is, right? Mine is AI footage monopod, and you don't even have to go into details. That's it. Whatever short description you can give, and boom, it'll give you a list. And all you have to do now is pick your top favorite ones. Pick the top 3 that catches your attention. Must have for videographers. I really like it. So I'm gonna just highlight it, copy it, go into your YouTube, paste it, and then do the same thing. Go to the next one. Oh, this is very cool. Copy and paste. Next title, and then another cool one that you like, and paste. And the crazy thing is that every single title that it gives you, they're all great. So it's kind of tough to pick. Thumbnails. Let's go straight into it. Okay, so with thumbnails, I'm going to show you how to use AI called Nano Banana, and it's implemented in Nano Banana's website, Google. Every AI graphic website is now using Nano Banana, and the best part, Photoshop now has it in there. Open up your video that you just made, scrub through. Now, normally when we do the video, we should make our client or yourself do a smiling one. Hold the camera, do a smile just for the video, and pause for a second, and then move on so that you can use that thumbnail for your video. Sometimes I forget to do that. So I need to scroll through and find the best one I could find. So I'm gonna scroll through, and so this is the first one. Let's go ahead and take a screenshot. For Mac, it's Shift Command 4, and you get to go from corner to corner and then drag it over, and it saves it into a screenshot. Let's go ahead and find it on my desktop. Photoshop, okay, there it is. So you open that up, and before in Photoshop, oh my God, I'm a graphic artist. I used to make it all perfect and aligned and proper colors, but YouTube doesn't care for proper looking graphics. They want it eye-catching. They want it in your face and crazy colors and wow, because people only have a second to look at your image, and if it catches their eyes, that's what they're going to click on. Highlight everything, go to generative fill, click on G, and make sure Nano Banana Gemini 2.5 is selected. And now there's a method of writing the prompt so that way it creates a YouTube title for you. So the first thing that you need to write down is YouTube thumbnail, so it knows what you're doing. So YouTube thumbnail, separate everything with comma. And then you're gonna put a small description of what you kind of want to see, an idea. So I'll say bunch of cameras on my desk, and comma, then bold text behind me, and in all caps, type in best monopod ever, question mark. And then type in high contrast, kind of remember this, high contrast, bright colors, excited expression. Always best to have a crazy wild expression that you look ridiculous in, but is kind of catchy on the phone. So leave it at that. Create excited expression, and then at the end type in 1280 by 720. All right, let's see what it does. Generate. I'm never gonna edit my own thumbnail because my own thumbnails look so boring compared to what Nano Banana does for you. Instantly. Look at that. Oh my God. That's so crazy. Really? I mean, the text is all crooked and a bunch of cameras everywhere. My face looks ridiculous, but this is a million times better than what I had originally made. So I'm already gonna replace my thumbnail with this one right now because this video is already uploaded. So, okay, let's go ahead and save that as a JPEG and save and just keep it in the medium. YouTube doesn't like big files, so you have to kind of save it in a lower qualities. There it is. You got your thumbnail up there. And then you could do another one, another prompt, put a second thumbnail and third thumbnail. Now that's going to the next level. If you feel a little lazy like I do sometimes because I actually like this first image, then you could just do title only and then set the test, 3 different tests. And then when you come down, there's an upload file. You could upload the photo. So let's go down the line. Description. Descriptions are the most important thing to do. First off, if you have a link that I make links to sell affiliate stuff, like you could click on my link to get a discount code, right? I do a lot of camera reviews and stuff like that. So you want the link to be the very first thing that pops up because when people are scrolling, most people aren't going to click on more to see the rest of the descriptions. But if you have that link on the very first line, there's an option for them to click on it instead of having to go into it to click on that line. So if you have a link, make sure that's the very first thing that comes up. Because ChatGPT already knows what you're talking about. It knows you're talking about iFootage. You could just continue on with a question and not have to actually mention the monopod that I'm talking about. So just type in YouTube description. Simple as that. Enter. And instantly it creates an awesome description. You just highlight everything all the way to the bottom, copy, and then you go and you paste it. Read through it. It sometimes says crazy things. So read through it, make sure you like what it's saying. I also have it at the very end, my personal information. I put my emails in there, my websites, or my links, my affiliates, whatever is kind of important to have in all of your YouTube channel so they could easily contact you. Another cool tip is that if your video is kind of long and you have actual chapters, a little separation, then you could create a section in the description starting with 0:00 and you put the title of the chapter. So this would be best monopod ever. And then you scrub through the videos because then you finally, when you get to the next chapter, then you could look at the time, 1 minute and 4 seconds, and then go into your YouTube channel, type in 2 seconds, and then type in the title. Monopod comparisons, and so on. Now, this is important to get more views because your descriptions are going to be SEO friendly. So if you were to have a section in your video that talks about a topic that's important, like how for me, an important part was talking about how to, let's say, white balance your camera. So I type in the description of how to white balance your Nikon camera, boom. And when people search for how to white balance the camera, they see my video, they see that little section of my chapter in their Google page, and they could go straight into it. Playlist is important. Your YouTube channel is gonna have different things in there, right? One's talking about Tesla, one's talking about music, I have all these different topics in my YouTube channel, which I don't recommend. The best known thing to do is just have one theme and go for it, right? But I don't know, I like to have fun. I don't really wanna be stuck on one little thing. I just want to talk about what I love. There's gonna be people that comes into your channel and they might just want to see that one topic. They might just want to see just Tesla stuff and not my little camera reviews and things like that. They might want to just see my music. So you create a playlist, new playlist, and then make sure that the video is under that playlist. So you could do multiple playlists if you want, or just one. Camera gear review, okay, done. Scroll down, it's not for kids, and then you click on show more. Skip all of that, the tags are important. So go to ChatGPT and type in YouTube keywords separated with comma. Because if you don't put separate with comma, it'll put it in bullet points and you would have to copy and paste each one back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You don't want to do that. If by saying separated with comma, it will just come out in one long paragraph. And when you put in keywords in YouTube, you type in a keyword and you hit comma for the next one, right? So let me show you how that normally looks. So you type in monopod and then comma. There you go. The next one comes out. Tripod, comma. But you could see how tedious that would be if I was to go one at a time, copy, paste. So in ChatGPT, all my keywords are separated with comma. You just highlight everything, copy it, and come back in there and paste it. And bam, it instantly separates everything for you. Quick and easy. You have no idea how long it used to take before ChatGPT. Just sitting there and like, oh, what should I say? Oh my God, it was such a pain, and you just didn't want to do it sometimes. But it's important to do it. So as you can see, the limit is 500 words. I have a little too much in there. It normally gives you a perfect 500 word keyword. It's just because you saw me type some stuff in there, so that's why it kind of went above. But ChatGPT is great at giving you the right amount. Okay, next. Monetize. Yes, I want to monetize it. And you know one thing interesting about monetization? I've noticed that if I don't monetize a video, I sometimes get more views than I monetize it. My theory is that when people come to your video and they see a commercial, a lot of people like to just click out of it. They don't want to see the commercial. But if they see your video and you go straight into it and there's no commercial, they're gonna watch it. I don't know. It's something I've been playing with YouTube to see the comparison. So it's just the theory of mine. If your video is long, you could add a commercial in the middle, but just know that having a commercial in the middle could possibly cause the viewer to go to the next channel. They see the commercial, like, I'm done, move on to the next one. But having an extra commercial will get you more money. If you feel like your client's gonna watch the whole thing, go ahead and put that commercial in the middle and make that extra cash right there. This one is the ad suitable? Yes, it is. None of the above. Submit the rating and move on. Next. All right, now this right over here. You could add music license from YouTube. They started doing that, and they could take out music. The cool thing about YouTube, if you put in a song that's not copywritten, they'll give you a chance for them to use their AI to take that out and then keep your dialogue in there. But of course, that would cause a little glitch in your voice. It'll sound kind of unnatural. I don't know if you've seen that on video or not, but I don't recommend doing that. But if you have to, you have to, because you want to make that money. End screen. So this one is important. I don't even do the other stuff, but the end screen is important. So you want your people to always stay in your channel. I mean, you've seen it. You watch YouTube videos and at the very end, they pop out. You could also watch this and that from my channel. And there's going to be people that's going to be interested in seeing more of your videos. If you don't have an end prompt screen, then you're not giving them a chance and they're just going to go to the next video. Whatever element you want, I kind of normally pick the first one, which is the bottom right they could click that to go to your channel, to look at your channel, and the bottom left is a video. Change to either most recent upload. Don't do the best for viewer because it could take them to a whole different channel. But I like to pick my own, what I want them to watch. So I'll do that. I'll pick a video that's kind of similar to what I'm sharing. If it's about monopod, I'm gonna show some camera stuff. I'll find my camera stuff video and click on that, magic mic. It shows up for about 20 seconds, but maybe I might want to just show for 10 seconds. You could just drag it to 10-second mark, and then that way when people watch it, boom, 10 seconds before it'll come out. A lot of my video at the end when I make my YouTube video, I kind of have a little 5-second no dialogue where I'm just kind of getting ready to leave my YouTube little studio, and just so I could have this section without me talking about it, to give the viewer a chance to look at it and click it. So click on next. All right, now you could schedule it right over here on the bottom. It'll release whenever you set the schedule. It's a known fact that YouTube loves it when you are consistent with your release. Otherwise, go back up and then you could make it public. And this is where you select private, unlisted, and so on. Private gives you a code. Unlisted, if you just want it to be a personal private email that only you or anybody with a link can see it and it cannot be found in YouTube search. Public and publish, and voila. Okay, give you the link and so on. Let's talk about on how to get the most views you possibly can with your YouTube video. Just an average guy, I'm not Mr. Beast or iShowSpeed or this popular celebrities where all their videos get millions of views right away because they're celebrities. But there's millions of us who are just normal people who talk about normal things. Isn't as exciting as jumping off an airplane and just parachuting. That doesn't mean that you still can't be successful. So here are some of the tips to help make your YouTube video as engaging as possible. The first 10-second, first 20-second has to be a hook. It has to be engaging. You need to say something that gets the person to stay put, right? So you say something exciting, what they're gonna see, how their life is gonna change by watching this, all the exciting things about it. You could then put your trademark, your logo. Even though it's best not to put a logo, because why put a logo? Let's get the person to stay and just keep watching it. But at the same time, you might just want to brand yourself. You might want them to always know who you are. So keep the logo very short, couple of seconds, and then move on. Titles are important, obviously. Make sure the title is very catchy and it's like what a person would type to find your video, right? What are some of the best cameras to get in 2025? So make sure that kind of theme is implemented in your title and description also. Of course, the thumbnails have to be super catchy. The thumbnails will make or break your video because when people are scrolling, the only thing that they're looking at is the thumbnail and then title right on the bottom, right? And obviously the descriptions and keywords, they all have to be SEO friendly, everything in there. Just jam it in there with everything that you possibly think that people are gonna search to find your video. You make a reel with your YouTube video, and that way when you upload the reels in YouTube, it also gives you a section to add a relatable video. So then I click on that and then attach my full video in case the person that sees the reel is interested in seeing more and they click on the full video. So hit that like and subscribe. If you got any questions, please leave a comment below and I will answer any questions that you have. And thank you so very much for watching it all the way through.